My name is Ajak Mayan. I am South Sudanese by nationality, and I came from Kakuma refugee camp. I was sponsored to undertake information technology or diploma in information technology. My studies in JKUAT, as I can put it correctly, that it has not been so simple. It has been a lot of hard work with the motivation that I don't want to get any failure or to fail myself or someone who will help me secure the scholarship. So the studies in JKUAT has not been simple, but I have actually made it. Yeah.
Hey, Mayan, how are you? Yeah, congratulations. You have completed your degree today. This is great. So what do you want to do with yourself now?
I would want to go back to the community and give back to my society. Yeah.
Oh, I'm very impressed to hear that. Yeah, this is what actually you should do to be able to help your people there.
When I finished my last semester, I went to the camp and started a small business shop. I call it a Payok Technological Company. And I'm still using that platform now to advance my knowledge of what I learned in JKUAT. Yeah, what I actually do in that shop is installation of hardware, of software. I also repair computers, and I also do photoshopping of and video editing too in that shop. So that's what I'm doing in the camp. I'm also employed now, and I work as a youth empowerment facilitator. So it is all about equipping youth with the right knowledge, with the right skills to be able to handle their life outside there. So those are some of the contribution I am trying to give back to the society. Also, when I arrived in July 29th, I volunteered in girl child education as a teacher, and I have been volunteering until I get the other job. So those are the things I have been doing for the period I have been there, and I'm planning to have more or to do more to the community.
Yes, Windle International, I like cake, a heritage, Neke PS, Chigaloy, Chan. And I can get lawyer when I jacket came without a chelatin, a chelatin. But I can let it. Now, if you're Neke PS, Chiloy 1 month, Kajagalech.
Windle International Kenya was established in 1977 by Hugh Pilkington Windle because he wanted to provide education for the young people that are in the refugee camps and in conflict areas. So since 1977, Windle International in Kenya has actually provided education programs to thousands of young people, young men and young women in both the Dab refugee camps and the Kakuma refugee camps.
Our education interventions has realized a lot of milestones. Numerically, in terms of tertiary education, we have over 3,000 Windle alumni who are playing various roles in the world, right from government institutions to UN agencies, to non-profit organizations, to institutions of higher learning. So we're very proud of our alumni who have returned home to contribute to the development of their countries, and some who've resettled to third countries, as well as those who have actually remained within the country and contributing in various ways towards improving the lives within the spaces where they actually work. So we have over 3,000 in tertiary education. Currently we are working with over 30,000 students in primary schools within Kakuma, Dadaab and host communities. We are responsible for secondary schools in the refugee camps on behalf of the United Nations, but we are also intervening in secondary education in host communities who have for a very long time been marginalized through scholarships, through supporting the institutions be able to deliver effectively quality education and ensure that children are not only coming to school, but they're able to learn, they're able to transit from one level to the other.
The tertiary education that is supported by Windle International in Kenya is actually able to provide education for young people because of the support from our very good donors. We have the Ndafi education program that's supported by German government through UNHCR. And to date, we have actually 350 students in our various universities in Kenya undertaking various undergraduate degree program from engineering to education to social sciences. We have another scholarship program supported by Dindi Puri Foundation. This is a family that lives in the US that actually has sacrificed also to help support the young people. This program currently has 42 students in, again, our various universities and middle level colleges. We have other support that we get from Windle International in UK that support a limited number of scholarships for students to go and study postgraduate in the United Kingdom universities. And the fourth program that we have is supported by USC, which is World University Service of Canada, that takes students from the refugee camps and takes them to Canada to live and study in Canada. Each year, 45 to 50 students go to Canada to study. Today, over 900 students have benefited from this scholarship.
As Windle International, we'd like to remain true to the aspirations of our founding father, Hugh Pilkington, who believed that education was the only basis for transforming society, ensuring sustainable change. And it is the only takeaway, we believe this is the only takeaway item that the people that we work with in the refugee camps are able to get out of the camps with, to meaningfully contribute towards global peace and development, but also even in the home country, the needy Kenyans to use education as a tool for development and meaningfully impacting and changing the lives of the people. So we foresee ourselves remaining true to that cause and continuing to provide education, quality education and education that transforms society.
All the students who are completing university through our support, I would just ask them to remember one thing: education transforms society. So they have a big responsibility to go back to their communities and help them to be better than actually they are today. Number two, all these young people and young women, young men and women, should also know that despite having grown in the refugee camps, first and foremost, they are human beings. And as human beings, they are able and they have the capacity to achieve as much as any other human being in the world. So being in the refugee camp actually is a small disadvantage, but does not take away the capabilities that they have as human beings. So they have the potential which have been sharpened by the universities, and therefore they should use this one for the betterment of the community. Number three, they should remember that they are in the refugee camps because perhaps of poor governance in the countries where they were. So they have a responsibility to restore democracy in their own countries so that we can put a stop to the refugee challenges, and we can have all the people in the refugee camps going back to live their own lives.
What I can tell Windle International is the education you are giving the refugee youth or students in the camps is changing their life. You might not see it, but it is not always that graduates who graduate from several universities in Kenya that you bring them here are always going back to the camp. Several of them are going back to their countries. Several of them are having a better life. So Windle has changed several people's life by giving them education. So I can tell Windle Trust to continue supporting the youth because it is the only way you can bring them, you can take them away from the camp and take them back to their communities or to their countries to be the change that they want. So I can say Windle Trust should continue and sponsoring the young refugees who have the qualification to go to universities. So, and that one can help them a lot because once you get that qualifications, you don't think of sitting in the camp again. You think of getting somewhere where you can get a better job and earn a better living.